often when working with someone, a healing of sorts is needed. And this typically requires working with their emotional material. This is why the new generation in personal coaching needs practitioners with a reasonably solid understanding of mental health psychology. Now, you don't need a degree in psychology in order to be able to help someone within a coaching or healing framework. However, working with people's emotional material in the new era of coaching should include practitioners having a good understanding of the following: the common mental health challenges and disorders as defined by psychology, meaning what are the typical symptoms of the most common disorders, not just depression, but also, say, social anxiety disorder, OCD, schizophrenia, borderline personality. What are the main symptoms so that one is able to recognize them, not diagnose them, but recognize them in a client? Also, you want to have a good understanding of the mainstream treatment options for the different mental health challenges and disorders. For example, knowing what is CBT, what is exposure therapy, what is dialectical behavioral therapy. This is because often clients will share with you what therapy they had in the past or perhaps continue to have in the present, and you want to understand what it is that they already have done or are currently doing in terms of their healing, and where you can help them from now on. Let me now offer you some more reasons why having a solid understanding of mental health psychology is important for a practitioner in the new era of personal coaching. There is never a cookie-cutter approach in working with human beings. And to help a client in the most optimal way, it's always crucial to look not just at the problem they're experiencing, but also at who they are and where they're currently at as an individual, as a unique human being. That way you can enhance the efficiency of the work you do with them, because this understanding will help you customize whatever it is that you do with them. Understanding of the client entails getting a good grasp of their personality, as well as what drives them in life, what they value, their communication style, but also the current status quo of their emotional and mental well-being, because that too will contribute to where they're at when they come to you. You always want to meet them where they are, not where they were, not where they want to go in the future, but where they are now. You want to have a sense of how is the state of their mental and emotional health and well-being affecting them at this time. Having a solid grasp of mental health psychology gives you the ability to do that, to see another aspect, another piece of the puzzle in understanding your client, which ultimately allows you to support them better. Having a solid understanding of mental health psychology helps you manage your expectations as to whom you can help. For example, there are issues that mainstream therapy has difficulty helping a client with or cannot completely eliminate them. For example, trauma, phobias, many instances of chronic pain. But the gentle trauma release method, as an example, keeps having success with these specific challenges. We are able to provide a long-term release of trauma, a complete elimination of phobias, a complete or very significant reduction in trauma-induced chronic pain, and that's absolutely fantastic. But conversely, there are mental health challenges that may need a different approach because perhaps they affect a different part of the brain or a different part of the nervous system than whatever tools you are using in your work with clients. The amazing part of the coaching profession and similar professions is that it can potentially offer help and support to those clients who perhaps don't meet the often rigid diagnostic criteria of certain mental health disorders and therefore don't get any help. In other words, their mental health problems are not quote unquote serious enough, as to meet an official diagnosis, which in practicality means that they end up on the sidelines when it comes to help. If, for example, someone has a milder version of a disorder, it will not be diagnosed as a disorder and hence recognized as a mental health challenge. Therefore, the person might not qualify for help, and this is often the case of trauma as an example. The great news is that powerful help can, in many cases, be delivered within a coaching setting when someone's emotional and mental well-being is compromised. And the advantage of coaching is that it doesn't bear the stigma that, unfortunately, still today comes with going to therapy. Having a coach is something that many can accept when they need help. It doesn't come with overcoming the barrier of mental health stigma. Let me, though, be clear on one thing. Not all mental health disorders, even in their milder versions, can be tackled in a coaching setting. But some of them can, and with great success if you have the right skills and training under your belt. And trauma happens to fall into this category.